From our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Hubar begins now.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for this web-only edition of 7 Tasmania Nightly News due to the Matildas game. Leading our broadcast tonight, Burnie teenager Cheyenne Lee Tatnall has been remembered at a funeral in her hometown this morning. It comes after a Scottsdale man was charged with her murder and her remains found on an Ebola property 3 months after her disappearance.
A family's heartbreak evident as they farewell a young life cut short. Grief, courage, memories, hope and love represented by candles. Surrounded by stark reminders, Cheyenne Lee Tatnall was just a teenager.
You were always such a beautiful, caring, sensitive, kind, loving young lady.
Goodbyes from her dad.
Cheyenne, my puddin', I don't think anyone can deny how much of a dad's girl you really were.
Messages from her mum.
The hurt I felt when you passed cut me so deep. I will never be complete again.
Memories from her cousin.
I will miss our sleepovers when we would eat popcorn and laugh all night.
Coming together for a granddaughter, daughter, sister and friend.
And tell me that I was only dreaming.
Her school friends and strangers among those reeling from a devastating 3 months. This family forever grateful for a community's outpouring of love and support.
Sleep peacefully, beautiful girl. Our love goes with you.
Releasing doves, a final symbol of peace and love. After today, Cheyenne Lee's family have asked for their privacy as they come to terms and move on with their new reality. Talia Jordan, 7 Tasmania News.
Hundreds have echoed Bob Brown's calls for native forest logging to end across Tasmania following a rally in Hobart today. They're wanting more protection of native species and for our governments to rethink their stance.
A rallying rumble felt across the country. 1,500 Tasmanians filled out Hobart City Hall, calling for an end to native forest logging, to secure forest protections and for the support of all local politicians, peacefully protesting alongside 8 other rallies across the country.
Get out from under the logging industry, get with the people who want our native forests protected. More jobs in protecting them, better economy in protecting them, and of course our lifestyle and environment.
Joining the calls were endangered swift parrots, gliders and spotted quolls, hoping to inspire the younger generation.
Educate everyone on animals out there that are endangered.
Also thinking about all the other smaller things, the frogs, all of the species that are dependent across Australia. You've got koalas, greater gliders. These animals depend on forests.
But some are standing strong.
Tasmania Labor is a strong supporter of the timber industry and we support a sustainable timber industry, and that's exactly what Tasmania has.
The next rally will take place outside the ALP National Conference next Saturday. Joining national calls today from here, Lismore as far as Perth. Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
Hundreds have converged at Parliament Lawns in Hobart to cheer on the green and gold, with the Matildas squaring off against France in the World Cup quarter-final earlier tonight. The winner will verse England or Colombia for a spot in the final. We'll have a full wrap of the game's highlights in tomorrow night's news. Labor is vowing to boost community sport participation if elected. The opposition spruiking $1 million commitment to the Ticket to Play program, helping families out with membership and registration fees. They say the funding would create around 8,500 more opportunities for young Tasmanians to develop social skills and healthy habits.
Tasmanians are struggling with the cost of living, so this would be welcome relief for many families to help their kids participate in sport.
Probably more than a third to nearly 50% of the kids who play at the new town use the Ticket to Play, so we have seen a pretty big increase.
The Liberal government initiated the program in 2019 with close to 11,000 vouchers and more than $1 million redeemed by June this year. Huonville is now home to a new mural honouring its Aboriginal elders and their stories. The community poured in to admire the artwork as well as that of local students in a final nod to this year's NAIDOC exhibition.
Colourful and meaningful, this large-scale artwork was inspired by the stories of Tasmania's First Nations people.
This is about the children going with the parents and understanding when the swans are laying, where they're laying and why they're laying and what the weather's going to be after that. So it's a very important part of our food source.
Jarmen working solo on the mural for 2 months to bring the story to life.
These stories are the original stories of this country, and it's the country that we will live on, work on, and the country that we love.
Artwork and truth travel together, and I think having the truth of our history is so important on the wall here.
The colourful piece provides a stunning backdrop to Huonville's new Black Swan Park, created after the community identified its streetscape as a priority recovery project post-COVID.
We have a diverse community and we want to have the history of everybody here.
The celebrations continued inside the Huon Valley Hub with weaving, storytelling and even more artwork to mark the end of this year's NAIDOC exhibition. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
To local sports news now, and in the TSL, Clarence have made their finals aspirations known through a dominating performance at Blunston Arena, beating Glenorchy by a whopping 90 points, while Kingborough defeated Launceston by 27 points. And with the Battle of the Bombers at Lauderdale Oval, the northern side ran away with a 60-point victory. Now here's Kaya Wicks with the weather.
Thanks, Louise. Today, Hobart managed 13 degrees, Launceston 15, Devonport and Burnie both 14. The state's top was St Helens with 17, Friendly Beach is 16, 14 for the Islands and Smithton, 13 for Lougheed, Bushy Park and Maria Island, 12 in Strawn and Grove and 6 for Laiwini. Low-level cloud moves over the state from the west. Mid to high-level cloud over southern parts of the mainland with low-level cloud over Tasmania. Tomorrow, a high-pressure ridge resides over Queensland with another over Tasmania, Victoria and South Australia. Southeast to southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots about the west and north, 15 to 25 knots about the south and east. The west and south can expect swells up to 5 metres. A strong wind warning has been issued between St Helens Point to Low Rocky Point. A frost warning also for many parts of the state. Tomorrow, Hobart, Richmond and Ouse, all cloudy conditions with 11 degrees. Partly cloudy in Launceston and Devonport, 11's the top for Deloraine. Burnie 11, Strawn and Curry can expect a shower or 2. St Helens and Swansea both 12, mostly sunny in Whitemark. Monday, frosty conditions expected, otherwise fine, apart from a morning shower about the far south. Tuesday, frosty conditions continue, light showers about the west. Wednesday, showers developing about the west and north, otherwise mainly fine. Taking a look at the mainland tomorrow, sunny in Perth and Darwin, showers for Sydney.
Thank you for that, Kaya. And that's all your news for now. Join us tomorrow on 7 Tasmania at the regular time of 6 o'clock for our regular news bulletin. We'll see you then.